Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. My name is Tess. Today's video is going to be a 2-look using the new Urban Decay Robin Eisenberg palettes. This is the palette right here. I'm going to give you guys some swatches, and at the end of the video, I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on this palette. And I got this palette sent NPR. I am very grateful. Thank you, Urban Decay. And I also think this color story really resemble Natasha Denona Zendo palettes. So we're going to do a swatch comparison with the Zendo as well. If you guys are interested in today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. I would really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Start by taking the shade Solar Storm, and I'm just started to kind of outline the crease. I think I'm going for a kind of like a graphic look. I'm also creating a line just at the outer corner, and I am switching back into the burnt orange shade, and I'm going to kind of outline everything. So now we have the shape down. I am going to the shade Ice Crater, and I am just going to kind of pack that on the eyelid. Basically follow in the shape, because I do want this color to be kind of all over the eyelid, but I still want to keep the center a little bare. And as you guys can see, I'm using this eyeshadow dry. I will highly suggest you kind of spray the brush for a maximum impact. I'm going to the shade Home Planet, the periwinkle shade, and I'll kind of follow that on the inner portion of my lash line. I just want to pack it, on my lash line and sort of create a little bit of an inner corner cat eye. I'm also bring in this shade through the whole lower lash line. Okay, let's work on some detail. I switched to a Ariel X Morphe angle brush. I am going to just trace back that line and continue to use the burnt reddish brown shade to kind of trace that over. Okay, taking the shade Pulsar, and I'm going to pack that on the inner corner and also the center of my lid. And as you guys can see, if you use it dry, it's really not that impactful, and I will touch on that later, but yeah, this is me using it dry. Taking the shade Alien Babe, and I am putting that just on the lower lash line, gonna pack that over the Home Planet shade. I am just kind of feeling a little adventurous. Let's go for it. I'm taking the shade Foxfire, and I kind of want to outline this, just make it a holographic type look. Because why not? I'm in the mood. That would be kind of cool looking, no? Yeah, I kind of want to like line it all the way. I like how it was looking, but I do feel like something is missing. I kind of can't quite pinpoint, but maybe this is my answer. Oh yeah, that looks so cool. I am loving how this look. Okay, let me just line it all the way. I'm really like attracted to this like reddish brown and this like cool tone, like a warm reddish brown line against this cool tone like periwinkle moment. I'm really like loving how this looks as like a contrast. For the waterline, I just line it with the ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Peach Fuzz. I'm gonna put on some lash. I'll be right back. So, these shimmer were applied dry, so I spray some, just a random like spray. Any spray, you can just like dab a little bit of the water, and I'm going to re-intensify all the shimmer, starting with the shade called Co-Star, this light one that I put in the inner corner. And as you guys can see, it did intensify ever so slightly. So if you do want these shimmers to pop, I would say, you know, like spray some water or like a setting mist. And I'm going to re-intensify the shade Ice Crater, the shade. And I'm going to kind of trace over because I do want these kind of, see that? It does pop a little bit more. So yeah, I will say these shimmer definitely performs a little bit more pigmented if you do spray some water. Going into Polestar to highlight the brow bone. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished first look using the palette. I really love this look. I would love it for my Instagram as well. If I'm not like on a time crunch, I probably would do this eye and, you know, just do a full face. I really like this color combination. I think I might do that later, you know, after a couple more looks. I do want to, you know, give you guys some of my thoughts using every single shade if possible. So yeah, this is the first look. I absolutely love how this look turned out. The bottom lash mascara is the usual Wet n Wild Makeup Slim. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this look. I actually really love this look. I would even go so far to say I want to post it on my Instagram, and I might finish another eye off later. That's pretty much the first look. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and let's go to create another look. To the shade Mango Sun, to the inner crease, to buff everything through the inner crease and my outer V, just to create the shape that I desire. I do this sometimes when I just want some sort of structure to my eyes because I have like kind of puffy hooded eyes, and I do feel like sometimes doing this can help me visualize where I want to put things. Next, I'm taking Solar Storm to kind of continue throw that in the crease, just to buff things over. Now I feel like you don't have to do this. I'm going to cover it up with some shimmer, but I just do want to, you know, create the shape for the crease. I'm also taking Solar Storm on my lower lash line. Going to the shade Space Boo, I'm taking an Ariel flat top brush. I sprayed that with some water, setting spray, and I'm going to pack that on the lid. Honestly, this takes a minute to build. I would say, you know, use your finger. You might get there way faster. I don't know, I was just taking my time building this shade up. But yeah, a finger will be faster. Going to the shade Holidays, and I'm going to pack that on the lower outer lash line. I'm saving the inner part of my lower lash line for this shade called Expo Planets. Just going to pack that on the inner corner. Okay, I'm using this shade Wet, but the impact really isn't there. And I also feel like the shade and the outer corner shades are a little bit close, right? And I'm going to the shade Ion to kind of pack that on the inner corner. Okay, now I'm going back to the shade Ice Crater. I thought it would be a really fun pop to the shade Space Boo. I'm just using that to kind of outline the shimmer shade. Now I'm taking the shade Moon Sand to highlight the brow bone area and sort of use this beige shade to kind of clean out the outer corner a little bit because I like the cleaner look. Hey you guys, this is the finished second look. Really like how this look turned out as well, and I kind of just you know, conceal the dark circles with Iden Beauty's Air Hug Concealer just to clean things up a little bit. And I really do like how this look turned out. You guys can let me know if you guys like this look as well. But if you want me to pick between the first or second, I love the first look. This one I really like how it turns out as well. I think at this moment I've used every single shade in the palettes, and yeah, let me give you guys some of my final thoughts. I am back with the finished full face, and I really love the first look that I created. So just to add more sparkle on the eyelid, I actually replaced it with the shade by Orbal Cosmetics. They sent over a package and I'm using the shade called Sweet Tooth. Very pretty. That's what I replace it all over the eyelid and in a corner. And on the lower lash line, I add a little bit of the shade from Terramoon. This shade is called Cosmic Collision. Really gorgeous. I added on the inner part of my lower lash line. And for the glow and the blush, today I purchased some stuff from the Armani 30% off site-wide sale, and I purchased this fluid sheared glow enhancer. Such a pretty enhancer. It's actually very cool tone. I don't have something kind of like this in my collection. I'm very excited that I actually bought it. It's so pretty, like the glow. Gorgeous. For the blush today, I am using Kylie's Pink Me Up. I do feel like this shade is actually a lot more cool tone on my skin tone, and it just really goes with this. These two are so gorgeous together, and since we're doing more of a cool tone look today, so this is the pairing for the cheeks. So for the lips today, I used Colourpop BFF lip liner to outline, and I continue to use this blush as my lip color because I really like that, you know, for my cheeks to match the lips, so it creates more of a monochromatic moment. You know, it looks more cohesive. And for the gloss, I am using the Portrait Top Major Lip Shine. This is slaying my life right now. I'm kind of in love with this lip shine. This is like my first time trying his lip shine, and it's so shiny. And the particles are so pretty. Oh, it's so good. It just feels like a gel-like consistency. Love this. That is pretty much what's on my face today. Absolutely love how this look turned out. And the eye portion, I definitely have filmed a reels because it's too good. It's too good not to film a reel. Bronzer, I used the ColourPop Supershock bronzer in the shade Isobet. Love this bronzer as well. And there's no powder on my face right now. Don't really feel like I need to powder. Let's quickly chat about this palette. Honestly, like I'm really surprised. This is my first time trying a Urban Decay Naked palette. I wasn't expecting, you know, to really enjoy the palette. But I will say though, I feel like the shimmers is a little inconsistent, and I do feel like these 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 shimmer shades are a little less intense, slightly a little drier. I would wish, you know, they could kind of amp up the pigment, but from what I heard, like naked palettes are never really about like the intense of the metallics and stuff. So maybe I'm not super duper surprised. Have you guys used any naked palettes in the past? You guys can comment down below. I do feel like these 4 shimmer shades are just a little lackluster, not as impressive. You really want this to show up, you have to dampen your brush. If that's an issue for you, I really don't feel like the shimmers stand out. However, I will say these 3 shimmer shades at the bottom, they are actually pretty stunning. Like considering you can really build it up and you can really see the little pearls particles, they're actually quite beautiful. It's a little hit and miss with the shimmer, and I feel like for the mattes, I really love the selection of Home Planet. This is like what I think really makes the palettes. I love this periwinkle. I feel like this periwinkle really makes the whole palette like just stand out, you know, something different. I really enjoy this color story, and honestly, if it's not for this palette, I probably would not create a look like this, just because I didn't think of this color combination until I see this color story and it really like speaks to me. I really surprisingly really enjoy this color story. I will say I wish there's a deeper matte, maybe instead of these two lackluster shimmers, maybe they can replace this with like a really deep midnight blue. I think that will really like make this palette very versatile and suitable for deeper skin tone. If you do have deeper skin tone, you guys can let me know if you bought this palette and you find this palette is just not working out because there's no more like deeper mattes. I mean, this palette is not deep enough for me, but I would just imagine this shade is probably your normal crease shade on deeper skin tone, you know? There's really no deeper mattes in here. I don't know how this palette can be suitable for deeper skin tone, maybe 10 to deep. I don't know, you guys can let me know. Other than that, really enjoy this color story. Don't really care about these shimmer shades, just to be honest. The intensity really is not there. So I had to add my own sparkle, but again, it's a personal preference. I will understand if you have mature eyelids, you probably wouldn't want something too like intense that emphasize texture. I totally get it. So it could be just a personal preference thing. Everyone has different preferences. For me though, I love the sparkle. I will hope the whole palette has like more sparkles in it. Just these shimmer shades are really a little lackluster in my personal opinion. Other than that, really love the color story. I think she did an amazing job at selecting the colors and really enjoy the packaging as well. Very cute. So congratulations to Robin. I'm not super duper familiar with her work, but I really enjoy this palette. Love the color story. That is pretty much it for today. I'm going to also show you guys a little bit of a comparison to Zendo. Surprisingly, they're not that similar after I did the swatches. I'm going to show you guys the swatches. They are two different animals actually, and I'm not mad that I have both. I actually enjoy both palettes. You guys know I really love a mixture of cool tones and warm tones in a palette. That just something that I gravitate towards. From the swatches, you can really tell the difference between the Robin palette and Natasha Denona Zendo. They're the same concept, but kind of a different type of a vibe. So yeah, if you guys are interested or love a color story, I would say I actually prefer this color story a little bit more than the Zendo because I think this shade, Home Planet, is just totally genius. Throw it in there. Other than that, I really do enjoy the palette. The mattes blended just fine. I really enjoy these three shimmer shades. I really wish that they can amp up the pearl in these four shimmer shades. And also I wish there will be one more deeper shades down here, like a deep midnight blue matte instead of one of these shimmers. That's just my own personal little preference or critique. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video anyway. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this palette. It's quite rare for Urban Decay to come out with, especially within the Naked line, something colorful. I really like the direction that they're going. I hope they come up with more colorful palettes within the Naked line, and I will be all for it. That is it for me today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have not subscribed, I'm really love for you to subscribe, join the fam. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.